Okay, this is my 2011 Dodge Durango RT. It has the 5.7 liter Hemi engine in it, and it's developed a engine code. It's a P0303, which is a engine misfire cylinder number 3. Now, I've already gone through here. I changed all the spark plugs in it. I've swapped the coils around, and the code still comes up on cylinder number 3. So there's a few nightmares about this engine that I found out. One is they have a tendency to break valve springs. Not a good thing. And even worse than that, they have a tendency for the roller on the end of the lifter to seize up, and it wipes the camshaft out. That's a $4,000 repair from what I understand. So I'm gonna pull this valve cover off. I'm gonna pull this air cleaner box off here because I need to get in there and be able to turn the engine to watch the travel on the valves itself. So I'm gonna pull this valve cover off, check for broken springs, keep my fingers crossed there's nothing drastic in there. So let's get started. All right, well, there's the valve springs. I got the cover off. If you can see, this would be number 2 cylinder here, and or 3, I mean. And I don't see any springs broke. Well, that's one good sign, I guess. But then the next crucial test will be to see if that camshaft is shot, and I'm hoping not. And if all this checks out, well, that's a good thing. It just means I got to dig a little bit deeper, maybe into electronics, fuel injectors. I mean, it's possible it's a clogged fuel injector. It doesn't happen much. Pretty rare. I mean, our gases today are pretty clean. This is a 2011. You wouldn't think it'd have a clogged fuel injector, but that's it. So we're gonna crank this engine over and see what kind of travel we get out of these rocker arms. Okay, well, I'm not a happy camper. Camshaft on this truck is wiped out. I called Chrysler. I called a few dealerships. They all pretend like they don't know anything about it. The internet's full of people with videos of this same issue this truck has. This is a 2011. It has couple thousand miles on it. There's no reason for this thing to have mechanical failures like it is. Like I say, it's a lifter. It's a roller on a lifter that freezes up and wipes the cam lobes out. And I'm going to show you how I did this here in a second, but I turned the engine over by hand and watched the springs. So I'm going to reposition this camera, see if I can get in there close enough for you to watch these springs, these valve springs, and that way if you have this problem yourself, you can diagnose it. So let me change this camera. Okay, I'm going to rotate this engine, and what you'll do is you watch this first. This one should be the next one to move. This is number 1 cylinder, and that spring should start compressing here, which means the intake valve is opening. So you see that move? So I'll keep going until it's fully compressed. So that's fully compressed. If you'll notice that spring is down below, it's below the top of the head right here. So I'll keep going, and then this one here, which you can see the slop in that. You can tell that cam's shot. That thing's not even. This thing has no tension on it anyway. But that's number 3 cylinder. That spring, that valve should open next. Alright, delete that. Bar slipped off there. Great. All right, let's see if we got it back together here. All right, now that one's starting to go down. I believe that's it. I think that's it. Yeah, as far as it went down, it didn't even. You can see it didn't even go down past the head. That cam is shot. It's just a shame. Well, I hope you see it. I hope you see it on the video. Sorry for dropping the camera out of the way there. But yeah, nobody wants to fix it. I'm gonna have to put the $4,000 bill myself. All right, all back together. Just want to finish up just by saying that I think I'll say a damn shame, because there's a few other choice words I'd really like to use at the moment. Chrysler is 100% aware of the parts failure, especially on the 2011s. It's happened on a few before that, but a lot of them were 2011. I don't know if it's a bad batch of parts or whatever it is, but they are 100% aware of the parts failure inside this engine, and they refuse to acknowledge it, period. So not just myself, but there's a lot of unexpected people out there that are having to either put $4,000 in a repair for something like this, or a lot of them, if they detect it early enough, what they're doing is they're trading it in, and they're letting it become somebody else's issue, kind of like mine now, I guess. But that's it in a nutshell. Yeah, the cam's wiped out on this vehicle. Less than 90,000 miles on it. I think it has like 82,000 miles on it. That's just, this motor should go 300,000 miles easy. But that's it. This is a holiday weekend. It's New Year's weekend, so I guess it'll be next week before I get to call around some dealers and I'll find out who wants to do this job. I can do it myself, but it's middle of winter time. I don't want to tie up a bay in my garage, and plus we need another vehicle to drive. This could take days. You got to pull the whole front of this motor off, the top of the motor, full front of the truck to get that cam out. It's just a shame. It's just a shame. Well, that's it. I guess I probably should go have a beer, cry a little bit. Thanks for watching.